Good morning. It's 8 o'clock and it's Thursday morning. And for 3 years, we've been meeting like this. But today, for the first time, we are meeting live from the convention center, where we've set up in the exhibit hall a compassion clinic. Folks will be coming here, mayors, ambassadors, representatives from North, Central, South America, but there are also attendees here from Africa and Germany. And I heard from some of them and they were like, we heard about this and we just thought we want to come to that. I can't believe that. But so they've come from, across the Americas. Sonia, you need to mute because we're getting some feedback here. So here we go. I'm going to take a walkabout while maybe some people have some announcements that they want to make, and then we're going to be hearing from the Vice Chancellor at Alamo Colleges, Eric Castillo, about 8:05. We're going to be hearing that. Any announcements out there? Doug, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I put in the...
Doug?
Go ahead, Martha.
Anyone from Tel Aviv's there?
I don't know. You'll need to ask at registration. I haven't met anybody from there. So, did you have an announcement this morning, Martha Ann?
Oh, artistic bridges. We want young people all over the world to create and share. And I've got the most precious little films of children in Ukraine doing art, and a woman physician saying that this art is very therapeutic for the Ukrainian children. So let's get young people here doing artistic bridges.
Thank you, Martha Ann. You'll see when you get here that there is an information table on combat anti-Semitism movement. So you'll want to go there, won't you? Doug, you want to go ahead with your your announcement? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. So Pathways to Hope, this will be the 9th year, August 23rd and 24th at the Tobin Center. Conference registration opens June 1, and it's free. We'll be offering CEUs. We will be identifying which classes or courses or workshops will be eligible, but go ahead and sign up June 1.
We're like entering the end run, aren't we, Doug? Like we get to this June 1 point and it's just like a flurry from here until the end of August. It's like a blink.
Yes, ma'am.
It's like a blink. So I really encourage everyone to go. If you've not been before, bring teams, bring a team of people too from like your organization or from your congregation, and really take advantage of this amazing conference that happens every year at the Tobin. So look at this. We got the food bank, our favorite food bank. East San Antonio Peace Laureates that they are. Good morning. So we just taken a flight tour here of the exhibit hall at the All Americas Summit of Sister Cities International. San Antonio, I believe, has something like 12, 13 sister cities globally. And that's what this is about. It's bringing cities together that are sister cities. They're connected to each other as partners, as sisters. They learn from each other. They travel back and forth to each other. I met somebody last night who was a previous city council member of where he lived in Texas. And he just thought so much of the sister city concept. He is now a board member for Sister Cities International, and he gives all of his volunteer hours to helping cities sister together. And some of us are here this morning. The mayor has this idea, and it's a great idea, but of compassionate cities and sister cities working together, and then to have sister cities also become compassionate cities. There are about 1,700 sister cities globally, and there's about 650 compassionate cities. So there is that question, if all of those 1,700 sister cities also became compassionate cities, and intentionally started to do work as we've done in San Antonio. What could happen globally? How could we shift our global culture by doing that action itself? So I think we might have time for one more announcement if there is one. Otherwise, then I'm going to introduce Eric. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. I want to welcome this morning Eric Castillo. He's a Vice Chancellor at the Alamo Colleges District, but he is also part of the CompassionateUSA Team here in San Antonio that created Compassionate USA. I know you all know all those things, but part of that Compassionate USA this year is a marketing campaign that begins in June and runs through November. And so I've asked Eric, he's right here at the Compassion Clinic. I've asked him to tell us about the marketing plan, and then we might be doing some interviews. Yes, Eric, do you think we might do that?
Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. It's good to be in community with each of you today. We appreciate the opportunity to come before you and to connect with you. Wonderful people. I've had the pleasure of meeting some of you in person before and working alongside you and others in this virtual community, but we're super excited to be here at the Sister Cities All-American Summit and being in conversation. And here I am in Anne's view as well. So it's a really great space, great energy today. And so we also have Sonia with us, who's part of the Compassion Institute as well, part of the city, who's with us this morning, setting up and getting things going. So I want to kind of just give you an update on how things are coming along. So folks, we are approaching our 1-year anniversary from our June 26, 2023 San Antonio launch of Compassionate USA. So yes, it's been a year, which is fantastic. We're seeing a lot of impact and growth and the program and the campaign so far. We're having people complete the online course and the videos. We're seeing people who are signing up to be partners with us, volunteers who are wanting to step up and support the work of the campaign. And so right now we've been working with a company here in San Antonio called Anderson Marketing Group, who are going to help us to really launch this on a greater marketing strategy across the city of San Antonio and strategically in some national initiatives as well. So I'm going to share a screen for you all so you can see a couple of things we're working on. So first, I'm going to share with you all the slide deck for what we're looking at today. And let me get this to full screen. So this is what we're looking at for our, it's no longer a proposal, it's been approved. We're moving forward with this. And so this is the Compassion USA timeframe. So we're looking at a launch now of June 2024 that's going to run through November 2024. And the goal of this is to increase awareness and to increase website traffic and course completion. So we're really looking for this to really drum up greater participation in the work we've already created so far. We do have a general market of individuals across the city of San Antonio, but we're also doing some strategic initiatives to focus on HR professionals, business leaders, and social and religious groups so that they can see the value of this and incorporate elements of the campaign and the learning opportunities, or as we call the learning journey, into their workplace or their place of faith. And so we are focusing on, again, building brand awareness among the general market to build credibility. This has been largely done with very grassroots efforts on some social media, but this is a concentrated effort with professionals to help push out Compassionate USA on a more national scale. And you're going to see what that's going to look like as well in a little bit. So we're basically mirroring what's being developed on our website. So our website's also going through really beautiful revision and upgrade. So we can just continue to modify language and to make the website more user-friendly. For those of you that have used the website before, you're going to see some really nice additions to it and some adjustments to it that's going to also bring in more interaction. So we're going to see folks being able to contribute to some contemplative exercises after they watch videos. There's also going to be a compassion quiz that's going to help folks understand in a general level, where their compassion meter lands on a particular day. And we're also going to be doing some targeted focus on HR professionals. Again, this is going to be our national scope, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But the idea is that also HR professionals or chief people officers will see this opportunity to bring in this free content into the workplace. The idea is that oftentimes HR corporations and businesses will pay hundreds of thousands of dollars invested into different types of learning opportunities. And so this one's a free gift. So we want them to see the value in this work. And so placing it front and center with them is going to be very important. So we've talked about doing some type of pledge across the city of San Antonio, people to stand up and step up to be more compassionate for themselves and for others. And so we're working on developing a particular pledge that's going to be a call to action for folks. That's one thing we got some great feedback from our Anderson marketing group is they wanted us to help make it more actionable so that there actually is going to be things person can do. And so you're seeing a draft of what this is going to look like, a compassionate pledge. The text is pretty small, so we're still working on that. So I'm going to zoom by that a little bit. Some recommended tactics. We're all going to be doing some paid social media. We just created our first LinkedIn page. And so you're going to see here is that the target's going to be within the United States, it's going to be San Antonio, Texas, for all gender groups. And the estimated size of impact is going to be about 250,000 people. So the flight or the runtime is going to be 3 months for this. And so the idea for that, again, is that professionals or those who are engaging on LinkedIn and social media will see this on their as a sponsored ad for them to engage with the works. And so they're going to be developing for us specific content to go on our social media. Again, we're also going to be focusing on Facebook and Instagram. Pretty similar again. We're going to be doing a 25-mile radius from downtown San Antonio. We are doing a more targeted demographic of age groups between 18 to 65 because the content is not intended for like social emotional learning or younger youth development. This is geared towards adults and higher. The estimated audience does increase quite a bit, so we're seeing that also almost going towards 1 million people for the estimated target audience. And again, the interest targeting, so these are folks who may have already clicked on images, liked, or have retweeted or reposted particular videos or posts about behavioral change, philanthropy, self-help, social change, social movements, well-being, and volunteering. So we'll be using Google Analytics and we'll be using algorithms to determine those folks who are already interested in this type of work so that this will pop up on their social media feed. And again, we're looking at a 3-month flight for this as well. So we're also looking at, and so this is where maybe you all can help us with this, is we're looking to identify some local San Antonio influencers on social media because we want them to also drum up the interest and the awareness of Compassionate USA. So we're actually trying to identify who those folks may be right now. So if any of you know people who are actively on social media, posting regularly, people whose mission and vision and their values align with Compassionate USA, we're looking to identify, as you can see, about 5 influencers, including English and Spanish influencers, to help us boost our paid advertisements as well. We're working on some marketing material as well that's going to be in English and in Spanish. We are going to be doing some broadcasts as well. So we're going to be in 4 major networks in San Antonio, 5 TV stations, KSAT, KENS 5, WOAI, KABB, and KBDE. I believe that's Univision. And so this is basically going to be 2 or 3 minute segments where we're going to have a compassionate ambassador from Compassionate USA go and talk with the representative at the radio's TV station about what we're doing here, what they're going to be seeing across the city on our different social and our targeted marketing ads. Again, the idea is to really get Compassionate USA front and center in the work we're doing. And also, the call to action will be to go to our website, to complete Coursera, and also to take the pledge to be more compassionate. Out of home media we're going to be focusing on. So along the corridors of San Antonio, or they call the highway arteries of the city, you're going to be seeing some billboards happening, being placed up as well during the next 6 months, which is super exciting. So if you're driving home or driving to work or going somewhere, keep an eye out because you're going to see Compassion USA information on there as well. These are going to be digital, which means we can quickly adjust, and if we're seeing they're not getting the same kind of target traction to our website, we can always change the content on that as well. We're not doing this after all. They were encouraging us to hire a vehicle to drive around town with we felt that was not the best use of our funding. And some local print as well. We are going to be focusing on the San Antonio Express News, the Southside Reporter, the Northside Herald, Northwest Light, SA Current, La Prensa, and Black Life Observer. The focus on this was identifying, we used the Alamo Colleges imprint across the city of San Antonio to find out where are our colleges located at. That's a broad swath of the city, and ensuring that we also have local print covering the work we're doing as for Compassionate USA as well. So as you can see, we're going to be running a couple different ads during the duration as well for this. And again, we're going to be working developing various e-blasts for us. We're going to be doing, so this is the targeted mailing for HR professionals. We're going to be printing out a physical mailer and mailing it across to HR professionals. The idea, again, is that we're engaging front and center with the HR professionals so they can use this content for them. They pitched to us getting Fiesta medal giveaway. You know, we do like swag, merch, and tchotchkes, but we also thought that we also don't want to feed into the city dump, you know, and people just throwing things away. We want to make things useful and sustainable, and we felt that medals were not the way to go. That was not being very compassionate to Mother Earth. So we decided against this, and the pledge cards as well, and some stickers. And I also want to show you all real quick just what the run's going to look like for this. And so as you see here, the out of home digital boards is going to be done middle of June to the beginning of July. So it's happening very soon, folks. So again, starting middle of June, start taking a look at all of the billboards you're seeing as you're driving all across San Antonio, the major arteries of the highways. You're going to see different types of billboards being promoted as well. And so lifestyle TV is going to be here. Yeah, so we're going to have AVDA, Ken's 5. Each month there's going to be a specific TV station we're going to be going to. We're identifying the possible talent. Good morning. And then we're going to be able to, are you with Karalti by chance? Wonderful. We're live with our local leaders in San Antonio. So feel free to have a seat, and then we'll be connecting with you in a little bit. Thank you.
Well, actually,
Yeah, one more. I'm so sorry. Yeah. And then also print, you can see here, we're going to be doing print as well. We have to greet everybody. We love everybody here at Compassionate USA. So you can see the different times we're going to be doing the Southside Reporter, different times for each of our print. We want to make sure we're reaching out, folks. Again, the June through November campaign, and we'll stop just before Thanksgiving to ensure that we're not going to, kind of waste money. Total traffic. So we are going to be focusing on 15-second ads that are going to be taking place in June, July, again, all the months that we're doing the campaign. This is the high traffic times in the city of San Antonio. So the whole idea for that is that we're really gathering people's attention when they're on the highway. And so driving to work, so the peak times of traffic, we're going to be on the radio 15-second intervals. CPR, I just approved this, and so we're going to be doing 25-second underwriting sponsorship messages on behalf of Compassionate USA. You'll see that again taking place in June, happening through most of the months as well. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, we haven't really locked down the influencers yet. The only national we have right now is a national HR magazine. We're going to have some digital copies of our material within the magazine, and of course the direct mail outs. And so on the far right, this is the estimated reach for each of these based upon attendance, people who are watching at the time. So we're seeing some really great possibilities for those who are going to be impacted or touched by the work we're doing here at Compassion USA. And I'm going to see if I have these. So this is a couple things, and I'll stop for questions. This is what you're going to see on the highways, folks. Actually, we approved this one. And so simple, direct, driving people to the website. We want them to become familiar with our logo, with our font, with our color palette, everything, so that they know us and they go to the website, they see that again. So there's a direct connection to that.
I don't see that on the screen. Maybe others do. I just
No,
see
thank
the
you. I have to
open.
reshare. Thank you
Okay,
for that.
good. That's all right.
There we go. So this is what you're going to see on here. This is what you'll see on the major arteries or the highways of the city of San Antonio. And that's going to be on there again, driving people similar. They can recognize the font, the logo on all digital and also on our website. And of course, we're going to be doing the mailers, sending out this to HR professionals. We just approved copies, some additional things as well, some paid social. So this is what we're looking at, folks. I'm going to stop sharing screen and pass back to you. And if any folks have questions or affirmations, we're always looking for that as well.
Affirmations. You're great, Eric. Thank you for doing this. So folks, do you have any questions? I think this is a great example, what we all know about in terms of the collaborative work that we've been doing in the city, but working together with the city, with colleges and universities and congregations and different organizations. We can literally and are leveraging the world and moving more toward a compassionate culture. I'm working off of my phone live here at the All America Summit at the Convention Center. So if you have a question or a comment for Eric, if you could just ask it and speak up, because I'm not as adept at this on my phone. Any thoughts or questions? Or excitement?
I think I see
Alrighty
Randy
then.
waving.
Okay, Randy.
Is this going to be using the films that were done previously, or have they been changed or updated, or what?
Yeah, so beautiful question. So absolutely, we're not doing anything with marketing on the specific videos. We're driving everybody to the website, but the website is going to be actually changed so that we're going to front load the videos versus them having to be further down. And Randy, you must be onto something. You must be smelling something in the air, because actually in the middle of dubbing them to Spanish translation. So all of the 7 videos, that's the 6 training videos plus the trailer, are going to be English and dubbed into Spanish as well. And the website's going to be going into a full translation mode for 4 different languages. And also our toolkits and infographics that we developed as well, Randy, are going to be in English and Spanish as well. That has been completed. So we're just waiting for the website to be done so that everything we put on there that we've created will be in English and Spanish.
Excellent, excellent. That's great to know. At our church, we're getting a new pastor at the end of the month. As a result, we're moving some of the rooms usage around and so forth. And to have a video room where we can show this stuff is a goal to help educate people about the things that are going on that our church would want to be involved in.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
Randy. And whatever we can do to help you, please let us know. We're happy to connect with you and offer support. And again, as we get more things in development, we'll make sure we reach out to you and the folks here at the intersection.
Terrific. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I think Madison Square Presbyterian was one of our very first Compassionate USA partners locally. So
Oh, beautiful.
I know that Randy's, on it. So any other thoughts or questions? That was a good one. All right.
And as
So
folks are giving up questions, I just want to add that if there are any organizations on here that have not yet become a partner with Compassionate USA and are curious about what that might mean to be a partner, definitely reach out to Anne, myself. I see Migdalia on here as well, to Sonia. I'm going to drop into the chat our email. But we'd love to talk about what opportunity looks like. It's not a cost to be a partner or member. We just want to help support and uplift both organizations.
other thoughts or questions that we have today for Eric in the upcoming across the city and across the United States marketing campaign about Compassionate USA?
Hey, Corinne.
If you have a question
you're
or
muted.
comment, just open up your mic. That'll work.
Sorry. This is a tiny detail, but on the list of publications where we'll be spreading the word, I wondered about the San Antonio report. I read that a lot. I don't know if other people do.
Thank you. And I also got a message as well about that. So thank you both for that. I'll pass that on to Anderson Marketing. That could always be in our second wave of marketing rollout. I know we are locked in already with the ones we've selected, but it's good to hear that folks here who have the human interest, social justice lens, what they're reading, so we can also get in front of the SA report. Thank you both for that.
Oh, thanks.
And yeah. And as other folks are dreaming up questions or just kind of marinating in the good stuff that's happening with Compassionate USA, we don't have the date exactly just yet, but the week of June 24th, we're going to be hosting a 1-year anniversary of Compassionate USA. We are looking with a potential partner with TPR on that, and bringing possibly some speakers from our videos to come to San Antonio and to come talk about what Compassionate USA has meant to them, what it felt like to be a part of it. And so it's going to be super exciting. And I just saw in addition to that, we're also going to be updating our Coursera video content as well, and developing a facilitator guided course on compassion work. And so as we know that previous versions of that have since dissolved, we're working to fill that void. And Catherine Neiman-Meyer is one of our fantastic consultants that's going to help us do that, all that part of that revamp for that work. So Kathy, we're so thankful that you said yes. You're going to be stepping up to be here with us. Thank you.
So we're getting close to 8:30 and our pause, a brief pause. Next week, we're going to be hearing from Fulbright Fellow that has come to a close here in San Antonio, but he has an extraordinary message to share with us. He came when he first landed. Vladimir was with us, and we're going to be hearing again from him at the close of this fellowship here in San Antonio. And he's from Georgia, and not the state, but the country. And so his message and his experience here, but even his experience in probably not returning back to his country, we're going to be talking about that next Thursday. So I hope that you join us. I'm wondering, Eric, if you want to join me and my phone, and we walk around and maybe we can meet some people. I'm not sure exactly how to do this. I'm not even remotely. I'm not an expert. I mean, like what am I? I don't know. Oh, passionista. I'm glad
You're an
everybody-
influencer. You're an influencer.
There's a lot of things, just like 30 hats.
Yeah, I can't remember anything. But anyway, here we are. Karen, I can see your face. Can you hear me talking? And if so, not yet. Can you hear
Yes.
Eric talking? When he talks? We're around
Say
anti-Semitism.
something,
That
Eric.
might be a very few. I can tell every time I walk by that he wanted to say something. And I'm just going to turn the phone towards the two of you guys. And you can just,
And you may want to get closer to the microphone there where you're clipping in and out.
I'm hoping we can get the mayor's.
I'm not sure she can hear us.
Yeah.
So I want to just let you know, we're on live streaming right now. We have a weekly intersection of communities and nonprofits to kind of have conversations every week. Talk about capacity. Would you mind if we actually get to show you the
Sounds like you can't hear. Is that true, Aaron?
Hey, Ann, get the microphone closer to the speaker, please.
Or maybe your hands in it.
Okay. Now we're going to try
Okay.
again.
Much better.
So we're the Combat Anti-Semitism Movement. We're a global interfaith coalition of over 800 organizations, all interfaith, intercultural, Jewish, Muslim, Christian, Orthodox, Hindu. And why we're here today is we're promoting our Mayor's Summit in Beverly Hills. So it's going to be, we do one every single year. So this is the third edition in North America. And we're inviting mayors, municipal leaders, council members, board supervisors, county supervisors, everyone who, has a role in their community and shaping it, policy especially. And we want to invite them all to come to Beverly Hills, California, and we're going to have a huge summit there. Last year we did Fort Lauderdale and Dortmund, Germany. The year before that was Athens, and the year before that was Frankfurt virtually. So very excited to have this, make it even bigger every single year. So
Well, thank
this is a
you.
flyer. It's in December 2024.
Sweet.
Thank you very much.
I love how you've traveling all over the world about this. Eric, we need to partner with this so that we have to travel to Santa Barbara and other places.
Here's my card.
Fantastic.
Thank you very much.
So much. Arthur,
Yes.
how long has your organization been in?
2019. So we're fairly new in the space. Yeah.
Well, let's say so we're both babies in this
Okay.
work,
Awesome.
But doing similar work to really want to empower the community to create a more just, equitable, and safe world for all faiths. Everybody. Wonderful.
Exactly.
Well, we're good. We're hoping you're loving Yanaguana, San Antonio. This is our hometown. Yanaguana is the original name of what we call San Antonio now. So welcome. Is this your hometown or you just?
No, I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Wow.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, thank you again. We appreciate you sharing with us, and thank you for our friends
Yeah.
here.
Thank you very much. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Yeah. Trek around some other places here.
I saw that one of our pieces.
Wow,
I
we
love
could
that
go
Sonia
there.
is giving us a view of Ann while she's working here. This is great.
Right over there to a whole lot of not very many people.
Teamwork, right? Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Game International.
Yeah.
Hot Springs. They have a really cool little stress ball.
Oh, I know.
May I? Thank you. How cool is this, folks? If you want one, let me know. I'll bring it for you.
I don't know if we have anybody at this table. Are you here with the food bank? Great. So this is the food bank's table, and some of you know that San Antonio Food Bank is one of the San Antonio Peace Laureates. And so Eric, did you want to interview?
My name is Delaney. So I'm actually an intern right now with the food bank, and I just started this week. So from what I've known for this so far, so these are actually all the programs that we are offering throughout the food bank. And right now the food bank is working within the chef program. So a lot of that is implementing just overall health for the community, specifically set towards like our youth, and then within the school programs, and then how we can reach that out towards our older adults, especially with diabetes. That seems to be like an overall focus for right now as we're transitioning within that program. But again, like how we work with, especially with my diabetes, working with sugars. So just overall like wellness, how we can kind of work with that within specific communities within our whole community. Yeah.
I love this, especially this piece of because folks don't realize how much sugar is in how many things. I mean,
Exactly.
I made bread one time during COVID, and the ridiculous amount of sugar. No wonder it tastes so good. But that's intense.
Well, exactly, and you know, sometimes when a lot of foods they claim to be healthier, they're replacing healthier things, but then they're adding more sugar or adding more fat to make it taste better. So that's what a lot of our programs also do, especially like when we have our recipes here, we're always leaving our nutrition facts so that you can see exactly what is going into the recipes that we and then just to also help those that go through our programs just to understand food a little bit better. And then that way when they're shopping on their own, they can be able to read those labels and actually understand what they're taking to eat, how they can work that within the food bank and when they shop on their own.
Again, you're pretty pro at this. And you know, so we're representing CompassionateUSA. Definitely check this out. But folks, I see on a mindfulness. Can you tell us a little about this because that aligns with our work very well.
Yeah, so I think what work within wellness as a whole realm, and a lot of that is including mindfulness and how you can manage stress, because stress also incorporates chronic illness. And then when you're having a poor diet on top of that, you have all these negative factors. If you're not working within mentally, then it's going to help increase, or it's going to increase your risk for chronic illness as well. So it's just being able to kind of break apart that wellness wheel.
I am here.
Work on wellness for that individual all around.
No, so I would be comfortable.
Being able to manage your own stress.
It's feeding the soul, feeding the belly, educating the group. So we have folks all across the city of San Antonio who are on our call today. So we meet weekly at 8 a.m. just to talk about things CompassionateUSA, and now you've got the spotlight here today. And we have our Reverend Dr. Helmke here on the camera running things first, and our wonderful Sonia supporting the work. So we're so grateful. Please, we have a chance to stop by. We'd love to do an intake with you all, talk about the work we do.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Okay. we've had the food bank several times at the intersection.
I
Yeah.
hope you're like hungry after hearing all that stuff.
I love that about the mindfulness. I hadn't heard about that before with the food bank. So,
Should we show them the spread?
oh, do y'all
Yeah,
want to
hungry.
see? Yeah. And I think they're gonna have leftovers, or maybe they're leaving it out, but yeah, this is breakfast here at the convention. I know. Okay.
Nice to see kale. You're missing out.
Antioxidants. Okay, folks, I think we're gonna sign out. Traveling with learning, and we'll see you next. Yeah. Have a great weekend. Bye.